I'm like starting to just be a dad.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
In 10 years, you'll be like, oh,
in 10 years, I can be.
dad.
In 10 years, I can be
I'm
the
a
lead.
grandpa.
Yeah. 10 years, I can be the lead and stuff, and you can be Jenkins.
Yep.
Clark, did your role feel like the comic relief of the whole film?
A little bit. I mean, I hate to say that because I feel like everybody in the movie is so much funnier than me when you have like Catherine O'Hara and Richard Jenkins and Amy and Adam and everybody. But yeah, I mean, he's kind of just because he's so naive and kind of a like lovable simpleton. He's
Well, you were the catalyst that got
Right.
all these people off.
It's definitely like a tension breaker, like in the middle of all the heavy stuff, like the kind of serious circumstances and things that are the subject matter. To have this guy that just takes all of it in such stride and so lightly.
I think one of my favorite parts in the movie is when Clark, when I say, you guys, you're getting married, you just met like 3 months ago. And it wasn't necessarily written this way, but how you said the line was, yeah, oh my God, it has been 3 months.
That was awesome.
Yeah. I take everything the wrong way.
Yeah.
So Adam, I saw you at UCB actually a couple months ago, and
Oh, yeah?
you have a great improv background.
Did you borrow some money?
Yeah.
It was great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great.
Oh, okay.
Afterwards.
Was there any scenes in the film that were improvised, maybe like one-liners or something you guys had?
There's a little tiny things here and there, but not really. It
Just
was
small bits like the thing you just said about my line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
but
you kind
not-
of changed it a little bit.
Yeah, but nothing.
I mean, the script was so good, and also we were in such a hurry. We didn't have much time. We had 5 weeks to shoot the whole thing, and
Okay.
When
so
the script's good, you don't have to riff much.
I mean, if there was time, I mean, you have Amy Poehler and Catherine O'Hara. You
Yeah.
wish you could just give them a couple just have them improvise for a whole scene, but there just wasn't time. But with a script that's as good as this one, you don't necessarily need it to make the movie.
Yeah.
And Carter has such a messed up relationship in past with his parents. How do you ensure that you do a good job as a dad? And did you pick up any what not to do's while filming this?
I had a great example by my parents, who split up when I was very young, but did it in a way where it didn't really affect the kids. It was very positive, and we never heard any arguments or anything like that.
They just put you up for adoption, right?
Yeah, they put me up for adoption, left me out on the front doorstep, which was really positive.
Learn to be self-sufficient.
Yeah, but so yeah, I think more than from this movie, just kind of looking to my folks for kind of a good example for fatherhood for myself, and also just talking to Clark, because Clark, he just kind of leads his life is how I
Right.
kind of when I raise my children, I always think of you and
How to make them more like me, or what I would do in raising them.
just how to make them exactly like you.
Well, he is considered the greatest actor of all time, too,
Yep.
according to his bio, which I think is brilliant.
Everyone loves Clark's bio.
I'm so pleased because I wrote that.
Well, I called a friend of mine after viewing that, and when I described the movie, she said, "Oh my God, that's my life." She has to see the film.
Yeah.
So, are you guys prepared for that? Because this film is really real. It's just a movie and everything, but the subject matter is dead serious.
Yeah.
So
I'm prepared for the film to be a huge success.
Well, what kind of effect
That'd be nice.
do you hope, both of you hope, that the film will have on people?
Well, I hope people think it's
we
funny.
just saw an example here.
Yeah.
Bitterness.
I think
Intense
you're
bitterness.
gonna be married by Christmas.
I hope not, no.
Yeah, you're
You
protesting
don't,
too
you
loudly.
really don't want to be married.
No, absolutely not.
yeah.
I love my freedom.
Okay.
Are your parents divorced?
They are. When they got rid of the house, there was no going back to Connecticut, but I was already out here. So that was a different
Is
effect.
that your hang-up, you think?
No, it's like all my friends get divorced.
Yeah.
This is their story. I don't want to be
Right.
part of their
See,
story.
this is what you guys are going
I
to go
know.
through. You are now
Yeah.
officially psychologists.
Right,
Where
right,
everywhere
right.
you go, you're going to have to hear these stories and analyze it. So I'm just saying.
I think it's great. I mean, it's if that's the case, it means the movie's working and having an effect on
Any movie that
people.
people are talking about after they see it is great.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
They're
something
gonna
that resonates and people are talking about when they get out of the theater.
Did either of you think that this movie would be the type of movie that would create a reaction where that it would. I mean, this is Oprah type stuff, you know.
I don't really think when you're making something, you just were trying to get
Right.
it right, get the scenes right or whatever. So you're not really thinking about that stuff. But yeah, after people see the movie, they're kind of primed to sort of talk about their own experiences with their family and stuff, which I think is great. It's healthy, you know. It's almost like after you saw, one of those movies that kind of stick with you. Right after you saw Made in Manhattan, you called me and you were just like, I can't stop thinking
Can't
about this
shake it.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're still talking about that movie.
Yeah, I would still, some things you can't unsee, you know?
Yeah, it really affected you.
I like the fact that you
Thank
are
you
on
very much,
NBC shows, which is my favorite channels, obviously. So it's always good to see you guys in general. The fact that the shows have a great audience, what does that say about comedy for you guys?
Well, they canceled The Office, so I don't, it's over.
Yeah, but while it was going. Because you are considered the greatest actor of all time.
That's
so.
true.
So we got to hear
That's
that.
what the Bible says. What was the question?
The audience that just kept up to that, because people didn't want to see the ending of that, and NBC puts on those good comedies.
Yeah.
They used to.
What's the question though? Sorry.
Talking about the great comedies when they're written like that for
Yeah.
those shows, the shows that you were on.
Yeah, I think they're good shows.
They used to be. I don't know what all these new ones are doing. Seems like they're kind of trying to go right down the middle now. I don't know. Adam can't badmouth NBC. I'm sorry. I don't want to.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I'm
Well,
not. I'm
when
not
you get-
badmouthing them. I
when
just
you
like,
get offered a project,
Mhm.
is it natural instinct to compare past bodies of work
Uh-huh.
and should I or should I not do this, or is it going to, keep the ladder going up the hill for my career? So
I think it's more just like the material,
just a case by case basis
Yeah.
too. It's hard to compare one thing to the other.
I think it's just all about the material and if there's something you could bring to it and if it's different than other stuff you've done and there's a lot of different
Do you
stuff.
need to buy a new house?
Yeah. Do you need to buy a new D&D set?